Good day, good love, good light on this 4/24 at 4:44 p.m. We were going to begin at 4:24, but we've been here chatting. But I wanted to welcome everyone to this galactic gathering this evening, this afternoon, this morning, wherever it is that you are in the world. Welcome, 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 everybody. So last week, just to preempt it, I just wanted to say hi. I'm Wendy from Languages of Lights. I always forget to introduce myself first. So hi, if this is your first time. I'm Wendy with Languages of Lights, and I feel like my mission on Earth here is to share the infinite languages of lights and to remind everybody that absolutely everything in creation speaks a language of light, for we all are one part of the same creation. So we all speak a language of the one light, the one source, the one love that vibrates through us all. So every now and then I like to do these galactic gatherings with my buddies here and tell our star stories, speak galactic languages, discuss how we're navigating through the 3D world, the multi-dimensional world, how we came upon all of this, and how we experience synchronicities so fast now that we can't even keep up anymore. And how the connections that we're experiencing with each other as we interact like this, it has been absolutely incredible. And it's so exciting for me to gather in this way where we can all share in a place where we all feel really comfortable, where we can share these languages, we can share our dreams, our experiences, our fears, our stuff, and how all of this galactic stuff relates to all of this, and how it's ushering in this new age, this new Earth, this new beginning of the age of Aquarius. I'm all about numbers and synchronicities and the law of one, that everything is here and now, that the one is the all are the one, that everything we all do affects everything that there is, that whatever we put out to the world energetically, frequentially, our thoughts, our intentions, is what is reflected back in the mirror that we see around us and the people that we meet. And these galactic light languages have been an instrumental part of me opening my own multidimensionality, my own channeling, my own gifts and abilities. And I am delighted by that. We were just discussing earlier how we are all over this globe, but yet we are so interconnected. And when I meet everyone, we're so the same. We're so unique and wonderfully, beautifully different. But yet inside, when you access that core vibration, we're absolutely all the same. So I keep looking at everyone's avatars because I feel this energy coming off of everyone. And so I wanted to thank everybody once again for being with me today. My buddy Alicia from Temple Beautiful. I was admiring today how as soon as we saw each other, we didn't talk earlier, didn't plan it, of course, and we're kind of wearing the same color. Hey, darling. So it was interesting because I had something on different earlier, and I'm one of these people that really goes with the flow and the synchronicity. And I actually changed into this color because today, all of a sudden I felt, okay, today needs to be about the heart chakra and accessing the heart chakra. And so, hey girl, she's in her lab right now. She's working in her lab.
Yeah, I actually changed too, which is really funny because when I put my headscarf on, I was going to put a different color on today, but then I was like, oh no, we have to go blue.
Well, we'll have to compare notes later and see which one you were going to wear.
I want in on this party. I'm wearing my Indian silk yogi pants.
Oh, look at you. See?
Letter, your color, turquoisey blue.
Oh my God. See, it was all about, I kept hearing today. I even wrote, oh shoot, what did I do with my journal? I even wrote, I swear you guys, I wrote in my journal today, turquoise. So many synchronicities lately. We were just talking about that. So that was another reason we were running a little late. I've got all kinds of synchronicities that, I mean, interruptions in my, and you know how it is when, you know, life happens when you're making plans. And so as I'm trying to make plans today, life kept happening to me. And so it's interesting because I was just a couple of hours beforehand. There was so many things kept coming up. And I thought, you know, maybe I shouldn't do it. You know, I hadn't even posted it to the public yet. And I'm like, well, maybe I should I got all this other stuff. And then I got in this like really interesting situation. And I was reminded that it's how I respond to that situation, because I could let myself get in this funk or not. You know, and then Alicia said the same thing. She's like, oh my God, I know. I've got so much going on. She said, I almost asked you if we could just postpone it. And yet both of us, neither of us said anything to each other. So it was like, okay, it was necessary. We were going with our guidance. So, and I also wanted to introduce Will too, because it was kind of, all of this was sort of prompted last Thursday night in Will's light language and Aquarian fire meditation last Thursday night that he does on his channel, Reiki with Will. And we were talking about speaking star stories in our galactic languages. And then we were like, I think it wasn't even, maybe it was even Will that mentioned it. He said, oh, 4/24, we should do it. And I said, oh, we should do it at 4:24 p.m. on 4/24, because it just felt kind of cool, you know? So, and the 244 numbers have always resonated with me too. My phone number, the last few digits of, for the last 30 years were 444 and 2444. So without giving too much away. So, and so I find that number sequence, the sequences, the 424, and then in my mind's eye this morning, I'm seeing the 4/11/11, and then the 4/11/11, and the 2 in between as this, you know, walking through this portal once again, and this mirroring of each of us being a mirror image of each other and helping each other walk through this, you know, this multi-dimensional portal, you know, just how the mind thinks when you're in meditation, you know. So Will, he was also doing a little research today on 4/24. So do share.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we didn't even do blessings yet. We'll get to that too.
Yeah, that's just a hello. Yeah, I need to jump in. I'm just chuckling so much.
Yeah. I can't stop laughing, you guys.
That's what this is all about. This is not supposed to make any sense. This whole thing, we're just supposed to feel it and be it. That's it. That's it. Why 4/24? I don't know. I can't remember the original thinking, but I checked my email where. So 4/24, the prime factors. Gee, I was a math major. So 4/24 has the factors of 2 times 2 times 2 times 53. And there's another number that is pretty close. It's 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 53, which is 1272. I was doing some research on the Merkaba, which got to me to that. 1272, I don't know why it's important, but it's the year of the Alphonsine tables. Okay?
Okay, Will, I got to stop you because right before you said Merkaba, I grabbed these cards. Not joking.
Yeah, well, you know I'm all about the Merkaba anyway. So the Merkabas are light body. Oh, I've got blue on too, but it's a little bit darker. Just saying.
That's crazy. And Stargazer's avatar's blue, that kind of a turquoisey blue too. Michael's got blue on his shirt. Bright Celtic Moon's got blue in her avatar. And Paula's also got blue in hers. Oh, this is great, you guys. We're talking heart chakra, throat chakra energy. It's about, this is it. Connecting in our heart chakras and our throat chakras and singing our truth.
I did send it to you. Nice.
Yes,
I sent it to you and Alicia. But on April 12th, I sent you something about.
I looked at it and that's why I said I've been way too in my own 3D land world. I feel like a month, we were joking about that earlier. I feel like a month has passed in the last, just since I saw you guys last Thursday night.
Oh, totally. This weekend.
So much happened this weekend. Oh my God. It's just it's just been crazy.
Oh, I think this concept of this hangout started because Alicia spoke some light language, but couldn't put a story to it.
That's it.
Couldn't get a translation for it. And then all of a sudden I'm going, okay, I can't remember exactly how it translated, but there was a unicorn
Let me tell you
involved.
how it translated. I
Okay,
remember.
go ahead.
She said, oh, I remember.
Go for it.
I was in Egypt on this horse or this unicorn that was gallivanting through these timelines.
Oh, that was it.
And my unicorn's hooves were painted in sparkly toenail paint, and I was throwing sparkly glitter, spread love all around all the timelines that needed healing.
That was it. Okay, so that's where we left off at Will's Hangout. We were discussing, and was it an elf?
Oh yeah, and he
it was an elf painting the unicorn's toenails. That's where we left off.
And then someone turned into the unicorn, right? Am I wrong? Did you turn into your unicorn?
Wendy turned into a unicorn.
Oh, and then I said, I discussed the time when I had experienced myself as a unicorn, and I was actually reminiscing at what an incredible experience it was to remember myself as a unicorn. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now see, guys, the card 22, the number 22, Archangel Gabriel. I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. So we have another 22, 4, and a number 4.
Remember that picture I sent you? It looks like that girl walking on the edge of the ruins with the planets. It kind of reminds me of her.
Look at that, man. And she's holding those. Is that 4? You guys, 4 lilies? 4 peace lilies. She's holding 4 peace lilies in her hand. I can't believe it. Number 22. So Archangel Gabriel, guys, that's all about creative projects. It's all about amping up our creativity and getting out there and telling everybody who you are and what you do.
Don't remind me. They remind me every day.
So I also wanted to say hi to hey Tammy. I wanted to welcome Tammy too. So she's tell us your little news today too. So she's also I always like to tell everybody what everybody's doing, because I like everybody to know how each of us is a beautiful, unique healer, no matter what it is that you're doing. So I always like everybody to share what it is that they're doing. So she had a little accomplishment news today. So
well, I thought it was more exciting to tell you that I got bopped on the head with a hairdryer by Yael, but that happened today just before I wrote my oral exam, because I can do both at the same time.
So wait a minute, did you say by a Yael?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
no, there's big phenomena occurring in my life, and yeah.
I got hit in the head by a hairdryer by a Yael.
No, but apparently it was there. they felt very badly about it. Like it was like not meant to cause harm. My crown, it was right on my crown, but I had to get my attention because it actually suspended in air. The hairdryer and the nozzle came right down on my crown.
Oh,
no, it's a whole story.
oh my goodness.
So I actually was so stunned by what I just witnessed and what just transpired and how, like, what was coming through when it occurred, that then I had to step up to the plate and sit before Michael Watson, who's like the, he's like the guru of neurolinguistics programming and hypnosis. I was doing an oral exam just so I could become certified in the International Association for Counselors and Therapists of Hypnosis. And I'm doing this exam, but before we started, I said, I just have to tell you that I just experienced a moment before I came here to see you. And I said, where I was going, are there cameras on this? Like, this should be filmed. Like, and I'm trying to explain to him, I don't think he appreciated the moment as I was describing. I'm like, literally, he was suspended. It came down on my head. He's like, okay, question number 1. Sorry, I can't. I can only tell you guys because who else is going to believe?
Who else is going to believe you that?
I
Yeah.
wish there was a camera. And now it's like, and then I almost got for a brief moment when I completed my exam with flying colors, except, I almost got pulled into a matrix, a brief moment. And I pulled myself out and I went, yeah. I don't operate in that field of thought, so I'm just getting what's required of me. It's complete. I'm not going to buy into all these prescriptives around and work off the presumptuous kind of, it was like, okay, pull yourself out. It's done. Move on. Oh yeah, what was that with the hairdryer? Sorry. Thanks, guys. That was fun.
I love it. That
Oh,
kind of
see,
goes with
there's-
our beauty conversation earlier, right, Wendy?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Because we were actually discussing earlier, beauty and the idea of beauty and makeup and
So that's cool.
being that. Because something broke in the lab.
No, I'm gonna mute. I'm I'm getting ready to fill little rouge pots. So I'll mute.
So yes, Alicia's busy in her lab. She literally is busy in her lab. Is LBCC historical, is she is a historical apothecary. So there she is, she actually is working in her lab. Making up some potions and adding some light languages and some love. I gotta add some, to your jars of potions. Oh, and speaking of Egypt today, and blue and teal and all this color, today, of course, I was reminded that, as you and I were discussing the other day, Alicia, that the lapis lazuli was a very important part of Egypt. And it's also, of course, what we associate with, the archangels, and interesting too, that the new color that would be discovered, I think it was last year or the year before, was actually called the new blue. So it's very interesting, all this blue energy that represents the heart and the throat chakra, about connecting our heart and speaking our truth. And so I found it very interesting that I was reminded about that again today, about the lapis lazuli and how important it was in Egypt as well. And it's really interesting how I've been receiving so much more information about the information that's embedded within our crystals, within our crystalline structure, and the different frequencies of the different energies that are attached to those, and how deeply and how many threads of this that we're connecting to as we connect to these different frequencies and colors and languages and so forth. So I got this really interesting channeling, automatic writing channeling today. And it was a lot about that. And it was literally, and it was interesting because at one point I was actually guided to pick up my Lemurian crystal. And I heard them say, I mean, as clear as a bell, there is angelic energy that is embedded within these Lemurian crystals. There is information, from the angelic realms embedded in these Lemurian crystals. And it's like, you just, like the floating hair dryer, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, it's, that it's happening, you're hearing it, you're receiving it. It's just a matter of believing it. It's a matter of trusting what you're hearing, and so it's like, for example, somebody would ask you, Tammy, well, how did you know it was a yayo?
The frequency, I've been like a radio transmitting certain sounds and frequencies it started on Saturday, and it's almost like a tick. It's almost like an impulse, and it lasts a long time. And the resonance and the energies within my body has entirely shifted when I'm receiving that. And then the synchronicities of being by a radio tower, when I felt as though I was broadcasting something that I was hearing, I was attending a council meeting. So it's very rapid, and I'm operating from a total belief of knowing, and I have no doubt. So I don't second guess myself. I don't question myself. And if anyone can substantiate or confirm it, it's not so much I'm seeking the confirmation as it adds another piece to that which I'm already validating for myself very rapidly. So it feels like an open-ended dialogue. So now that I'm tapping in and I'm not questioning it or doubting it, then it's increasing. So I've had 4 visitors who came through my eyeglass yesterday, and that was the faces. So then it was actually Alice, I'm changing his name, Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, we've been really struggling with downloads, and I was telling him about technology and how I've been having some really interesting kind of unfoldments of things just not working for me. And I attempted to record something for him and send, and then it just went static, and there was a freeze, and it was just stuff like that. So it happened the night before, and it's just, yeah. So this is what I've heard. This is what I've had confirmed by him. This is what I'm sensing. This is the faces I've seen back. This is the research I'm done. But more importantly, this is what I'm hearing. So I accept it. And that's not a conversation that is a conversation. Let me correct that, please, because I don't want to even be putting that out there. This is a conversation that I can't imagine having with other people right now, but I know the preparation is unfolding, and that's all part of it. So even just sharing it with you right now, with all these wonderful witnesses, is the beginning of that process. So I believe that really is the next step in communication, is the contact being made will be the contact that we begin to share. So that's
exactly.
Thank you. That's what I heard.
That's exactly what I wanted that perspective for everybody to hear, whenever that now is that you are hearing this out there, because that's how we begin to trust, because it's the trusting that begins the snowball that allows the more information to come, which allows more information in different frequencies, and allows us to begin to distinguish between the different frequencies and to be able to trust that, okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, that's the Ayel. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I believe. Now I've registered that frequency within me. Now I can remember that frequency or something there like it, and then go from there, and to be able to trust that information, to know. And because that's one of the most questions is asked is, how do you know? How do you know who's what? Or who's who, and that you said it splendidly. So that's exactly what I was going for, was for people to understand that the more we believe and the more we trust, it's a signpost for them. It's a signal. Which our literal aura, color, light, body changes when we begin to change our belief systems, and they see that vibrational difference within us, and so do the other beings that begin to resonate with that. And then we begin to connect more and more, and then you begin to actually trust and distinguish, oh, that feels like Arcturian. Oh, that's the Pleiadians. Oh, that's the Yael. Oh, that's Archangel Michael. Oh, that's Gabriel. Oh, wait, what color am I seeing? What color am I seeing right now? And how am I associating that frequency of that color? And with whom? And how do I know the difference between, like you said, the radio come on, and Alicia can attest to this. I know darn well when Michael Jackson's talking to me. And you know what? It just was only recently that she and I were even discussing the fact that we can even discuss this in public.
This is a true story.
It's a true story. So, and so it's these kinds of things that, and then again, let's expand that into our multiple, dimensional realities, and how many Egyptian timelines there are, and how many connections we feel with each other. And if my writing wasn't so scribbly for me to try to transcribe what I wrote this morning, I would try to attempt to read it to you, but I'm going to spare you the pain of trying to do that. So until I can transcribe it properly, but it was really, all of that. So I wanted to take a moment really quick too, to say hi to everybody else who's watching out there. And I'm watching my phone over here too, so I can check the messages here. So I wanted to say hi to everybody, and everyone who's come in, Stargazer, Amran. I want to say hello to Paula. I wanted to welcome Michael. I'm so grateful that you all are here today. You want to say hi, Michael?
Hello. Yeah, I'm new to this. I have no idea when I should be speaking.
Oh yeah, we're just we kind of, I sort of kind of leave it as a free for all, but yeah, I just I like to talk about some things, and then I'll give everybody a chance to respond.
Okay. Well, let me just. Ito ko na ane siya ko na isaran. Uto ko roma siya nakana alukutosh ko na rokainay. So a lot of us are kind of leaving our, things passing that have held us back. So some of us have received things as walls, as barriers, and something as your energies kind of would say here, mine together, is that you're safe, to know that you're safe. And a new world is building right before us as we are living inside it in the immediate moment.
Niasoto shamiki ala kiaso no pelehana kaliato sabalihana kola amihena no apo asoto shamaniato ekopa inshono seda so mialo koniga kiaso to sebelehana kola kia. So I wanted to welcome Michael. He and I met just recently, and I didn't get to see him, but he was here in Tennessee at Yvonne Perry's retreat, at a light language retreat and drum circle and so forth. And so we had the opportunity to talk prior to and while he was there. And so it was a wonderful energy. It was wonderful sharing the light languages with him and meeting some new people that as soon as I met them, the connection was so pure and raw and real, and it was a whole nother dimensionality of what we are all doing here. It gave me the opportunity to talk to new people and express myself with new others. And I wanted to thank you, Michael, for opening that, and because we had such a good time after you left and so graciously left the room open for us to continue our conversation. And it was really once again another life-altering experience for me. So I wanted to thank you for that, and just say hi and thank you for sharing your languages. And you can find Michael also on Facebook. He's also has a light language page, YouTube, a website. So just all gathering and sharing. That's what this Galactic gatherings are about sharing our energy and light, love.
Awesome. Yeah, I should just cut out for a second there, but yeah, you're very welcome. I actually have a light language speakers group for anyone that's interested, who speaks light language already or who wants to get activated and then come and join the group. We just kind of express ourselves, express our souls. So a lot of times we'll have, with speaking light language together, someone will have something, a code that someone else needs to experience, needs to hear. and we kind of gain multiple perspectives on what's happening. So kind of similar to this, but a little bit more rapidly as everyone's kind of talking together at the same time almost. It flows very well. It's
Nisha Tokoriame Itya. And yeah, we just sort of go with the flow, however we're guided to talk and with whom, and yeah, we'll open it up, and the whole purpose of tonight too really was actually to get our galactic languages on, and actually to we had several of the videos I do too, but a lot of times what we do is we like to just call them our star stories, because there's so many stories that are inside of us that are expressed through these light languages that we just want to express in light language, and we want the time to not have to worry about the words, about translations. It's about feeling it, expressing it, and really getting into it. So yeah, absolutely. We just kind of go with different things and whatever guides us. And if somebody wants, if we pull a card here and there, if we're guided to. So every one of them's different, I have to say. Every one of them's different. And I wanted to mention that Michael, Will, the Reiki with Will, the gentleman that's here with us tonight, when I first heard Michael speaking, I told Michael, I said, you need to talk with my friend Will. I said, because you guys speak a lot of some of the similar languages. And so I could hear that dialect, and I was like, so isn't it interesting how we also hear languages within each other, and we start to hear like, oh, I know someone else that speaks a lot like that, or that sounds like a lot like that. And so I'm really I'm loving how that happens when we start to interact with each other. It's like a language that you knew that you didn't know, but you recognize it instantly.
Yeah, it also wakes up parts of our souls too, and helps activate our soul's memory. So
absolutely.
Understand it, in physical words, we absolutely can understand it, to an energetic soul level. And a lot of times they don't mean different things to different people, as we understand things on different dimensions. A lot of the times, Wendy, I think you've experienced me say something on one level, a specific level, and she'll understand it on another.
So yeah,
we kind of like meet up.
Yeah, we had the multidimensional conversations that we had. That was what was so interesting about the whole interactions, was because we could understand that we were understanding things on so many of these other levels, that the words were able to convey all of that. But then it was even things that we didn't need to say, we didn't need to explain at all. And so that was really, that's the beauty of these interactions with each other now, in that when we're finding each other like this, is we're able to experience each other on completely new levels. And it's been an extraordinary experience. I mean, even Tammy and I have talked about the emotional, oh my gods, just the emotional I've never felt this way before about, when you meet somebody and you say, oh my God, how can I fall in love with somebody who I've never met before? And we're not, and it's because of a language we don't even know. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. So yeah, this has been truly, magical. And just meeting everyone like this, and the ripples that I felt every time we get together like this, especially when it's recorded and then people can watch it later. See the ripple effect that when people get activated, even if they don't speak it right away, just that they're interested in it, they change their vibration from the time they come into these sacred circles till the time, and then when they leave, and how they vibrate differently, and then interact with the world differently as we're vibrating differently. So it has a very profound effect that we are only just barely scratching the surface and beginning to understand. So I wanted to say hi to Stargazer. Hey, Stargazer. Did you want to say hello or speak or anything? I just wanted to give you the chance to say hi and see if you had any blessings or languages you'd like to share with us. That's okay. Maybe he's away from the mic. And Paula, I wanted to say hi to Paula. If
Hello.
hi, it's Paula's in Spain and it's really late for her, and I wanted to give her also the chance to say hi. She and I've been chatting a little bit, and she also was we've been talking about light languages, and she's also a healer, and so I wanted to say hello. Mia soto mi ila kasanatila sono she the sono to civilani isatoshania elitiara.
Kiria katasikia tarataya rakai kitiria ya tarasui rakataya tatarakai ata urikia ya tatasi eia tara saia darata siriara kitiria tara karakasi kiara urikidi erkiria ya tata aratare urikiria satara uri aratsakara iriki aratara.
Yes, I see Tammy jumping up and down inside. I can just
Me
see
too.
her.
I couldn't stop giggling. My heart was bursting. That's so beautiful.
Go ahead and respond if you want. Go ahead. Either of you, go ahead. Go ahead.
Going first.
Oh, go ahead, Tammy.
I have never. Thank you for that.
I have never. Thank you.
I've never heard myself.
It's like listening to yourself, isn't it?
It's one of the many that I enjoy.
You know, I've been as well in Michael's group, and you know, when I go to the group, all people are laughing because of this frequency, and so it's very. So finally, I found someone.
Too.
I even changed a little bit there. That's not a little bit different.
I can't even do it quite as high as you guys do.
Paola, I wanted to say that's because you're sharing your presence. It's the message that's been trying to come through for all of us. Just being
exactly. The Arcturians talk like that a lot too. They're very like high pitched, even though they're kind of serious. they're like really high pitched. They have this really high pitched, really fast language, you know. Yeah, so Toshia, now you need a drink of water.
Akiri ayata sai de ke yarata si ri 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 uy ekiti titi arata tara sikiri ekiti titi oro kiti titi arata
Kiri titiana nani arakata hiera te kuhurta kuhita kaina kiasti kiarata tu kuhurta tiana nani arakara tiarata tiasta kiana nani arata kaite tu kuhura kaite kestiana nanaite turti kiana nani arata kaite tu kurti kiarata nani arati kiarata tiarata kuhurti ani titi tiarata nani yami nanu kurti yamani arata tiarata kuhusti yata tiarata ini.
Where's Will?
How did you know the Arcturians are
I
speaking
knew
over
it.
here?
I was like, "Where's Will?"
Yes.
Woohoo! That's awesome. Hey, Amran, I know it's late. I know it's late for you. Can you talk?
Yeah, I can talk. Hello.
Hello,
Long time.
welcome. I haven't seen you in forever, my friend. Yeah, so
Yeah.
to sami alaka kia. So no to sami alaka to shine palo hena. Di kimbo siano enko po enkia sa to so sho ai uku embo enkia sa to shi mohuno sholianzo zombo jani kia la zazena na zogo jamariando gambo go sa siando da saha. Don gashono ongo amariando da soko ombo sharia.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you again too.
Yes.
So how is everyone? Oh, everyone
Really?
is in the middle of Arcturian vibes. I haven't really been speaking anything for a long time.
No,
Maybe
really?
if I listen to everyone here, it will just trigger it or activate it.
Yes, to sa mi, I'm surprised. Si kuya po siya nagila kisa to sa mi halakagia. Isa to sa mi ila kasi sa ushina. Well, that's okay. You can say hi in any language you want.
Oh yeah.
And just nice to see you. It's just good to see you here. Thank you.
It's really
Yes,
good to
po
see you
siya
too. So thank you for making this hangout. Actually, I'm really glad.
Yeah.
to be here. I just saw it, and I just clicked it. I thought it was over, and just clicked it, and it was live. So
Woohoo!
yeah.
That's how synchronicity works, right? Si
Yeah,
kiasa po-
exactly.
Yeah. Si kiasa to sa may ila ko sa poshana kila o te pasano te la himaru ko e persona shabari ino ko ka si enore kai wa ya ima iona ko oshana ko ria paso pe ala ko para se tora amo ana wa the to poshana ko sone le hamara ko sa separation kila o na mala katere so moria shana mania. So right now I was actually reminded that today's date equals to the number 3. So I'm really feeling and especially in good company here. Lots and lots of pyramid energy today. So right now, really feeling it very strongly. And just how connected we really all are to everything that represents everything else, whether it's frequency, numbers, color, sound, how each has and entities and essences and beings in creation that want to experience themselves as that energy, if that makes sense. And so so I'm continuously reminded of the connections between these representations and how we flow through. It's like the languages allow us also to almost like flow through these dimensional realities more readily than we were able to do before, and therefore experience different information even though everything is one, pool of information, if you will, but that's a pretty big pool. And, and there's lots of different frequencies of layers of information that we can tap into at different times. And so I will often feel those connections with the numbers, and then, feel the representation of what the number is, and the energy, whether it's a month or whether it's, connected to a particular angel or a particular crystal or color or so forth. And so I was feeling that pyramid energy right now very strongly, within many of us, that we have, in all likelihood, shared at least, at least one, if not more than one timeline, if you will, or experience as one form or another in these other timelines together. And now we're remembering, by sharing these star stories, if you will, with each other, we're able to more readily remember these connections. I mean, even last night, it's like I can't remember everybody who was there, but I wake up like, oh, okay, I was with so many people last night, and we were doing this like really important stuff, and even if I don't remember what the stuff was and who the people were, every time we come into one of these hangouts, I swear I'm like, okay, it's like we timed the event, even though it wasn't even pre-planned necessarily, to almost like, because everything's now, we coincide it with, oh my God, we were together last night. Like just now I'm hearing, oh my God, all of us were together last night. And how does that relate to the number 3 and pyramids? I don't have a clue. I don't know. It just came out that way. So, yeah, so
I'm all about 3 and pyramids.
I know. So I was like, I knew my pyramid pals here, and Tammy too. Tammy is deeply connected to the whole pyramid energy. When she and I first met, that was one of the things that she and I discovered in our first meeting together, was that she had just been in the pyramids in Bosnia, and also happened to be there with somebody else that is a mutual friend of another mutual friend that she has never met.
Oh, wow.
So you cannot make this stuff up. How is it that I meet her? I live in the United States. Tammy lives in Canada. She ends up being just just a short time prior to that, hanging out with the same person in Bosnia pyramids, who I happen to know personally. How does that work?
Oh my gosh.
You cannot make this stuff up. It's just, this is what I mean. This is what we're being reminded. We come back into these gatherings and we share these stories about, so that we can remember what we're doing together. We can remember what we're doing together here in this 3-dimensional, what we're doing together in our astral states, on the ships, on the planets. The languages are connecting us, they're reminding us. And then when we interact with each other, or we go to sleep at night, and we activate that within us, that, okay, I remember now. I wake up and go, okay, wow, I was teaching languages. I actually have told strangers, send me messages saying, I had a dream about you last night. You were teaching me galactic languages. And so again, how do you cannot,
we're anchoring this in the 3D together. Like, I've been noticing how we have to go between dimensions in every moment, and that's what we're doing. We're just doing it innately, and we don't even realize we're doing it as we're going. It's so cool.
Oh, and where did Solar go? Oh, I was just going to ask him if he wanted to talk.
Here. Oh,
okay. Where did he? Yeah, he just dropped. Okay, he must have just. I know. Because he's also another one that's real. Oh, there he is. Very connected to that Egyptian energy. Oh, hey. Welcome, Solar. Hello. It's wonderful to see you.
Hello.
Watala senete, kanoi te la taha. Sonotoko omaye nete kata la taha.
The hata haina hodia ya takana yala. Tubuya shikiata hama. Da yana toto ko shitiana kata yana. Ayamana.
Ashi shonoto o aena wata ha kana no cho.
Masiana ni moya doya shiata kolia bana da kiata hayana diamashiana na moyata naha.
Ashinete o onota ha tene kitai alata no cho chinikite anawata ashinono.
Did we freeze?
I have a very, very bad connection here.
It's a tosimiato. That's okay. Yatotsubi ilako nikio unto shabali kiatasono ilako son ilaka hanikia. Lusotosumi ilasa sesiano okoyakasia. I'm just so glad you popped in to say hi. I don't know where you are, but thank you for coming in. It's really good. It's good to see you. It's good to hear you.
Some good to just told me to just jump on in because you guys are having way too much fun. Shinetoko ayana wata sho anata lata shineta. So I want to be part of this fun.
I'm glad that you are. Yes, I was laughing because are people around you asking what language you're speaking? When Will was doing his video, he was walking around speaking galactic languages, and people were like, I heard people asking, "Oh, what? Excuse me, what language is that?"
And that's exactly what I'm getting here right now.
We're all getting braver to speak it out in public because actually you can speak it, and how does somebody know it's just not from another country?
I agree. I've often thought about that.
How are they going to know? I'm sure if you and I were walking around the grocery store talking to each other in galactic languages, people would think we were just from another country.
I would seriously love to try that.
Are you kidding? We totally need to do that. Will does it a lot. He actually speaks galactic languages in public quite a bit.
Yeah, and on the phone, no one knows and no one cares. That's the best part about the whole thing. And
yep.
There's several people that I actually talked to you in a Hangout while on my phone and spoke languages. It's like, what are you going to do?
I realized no one else was doing it.
It's almost.
Go ahead, Solar.
It's almost going to be to a point where there's going to be a point where somebody where you're speaking in one day and you're going to turn.
Yeah, I have a feeling too that that's going to happen. I've been feeling that way too, that I'm going to start talking and then somebody's going to say, yeah, they're just going to turn around and start talking to me. Did that happen to you, Tammy?
I'm doing it all the time. I really didn't realize that nobody else was. And I pretty much have started from the minute I started speaking. I walk around my parents' house and I'm speaking at, they just kind of look at me, right? They're like, they don't even know what questions asking. Finally, they braved the question. What are you speaking? I said, right now, I think I'm speaking for the cat. And then yesterday, I had a friend over from Bosnia, and I was speaking it all through the house, like while she was here, and she looked at me. I didn't even think that she would. She looked at me and she goes, what language are you speaking? I said, oh, right now I'm speaking the stars. And I said, would you like to hear one of the stars? And she looked at me and I said, okay. She said, yes. And I really tuned into Venus, and I looked her in the eyes and I started to speak, and tears immediately formed in her eyes. And I said, what are you feeling right now? She goes, that's so beautiful. And it didn't frighten her. And this is the experience I'm having. But in stores, I mean, when it's there to be expressed, I can't hold it back. So I was just walking around Walmart where I never shop, but I really needed something that that department store should probably have held. And I was speaking up and down the aisles. I couldn't stop, and I didn't care who heard me. And that's all I thought. Well, they'll just think I'm speaking a foreign language, and I'll say, nah, I am. Your language. It's not that foreign. I'm doing it all the time. I can't help myself. So they asked, there's going to be moments where I don't, there's too many. See, this takes too long. I don't have this patience anymore. It doesn't even.
I get it. Kuya pa kuya si but hana ko ria sa support hana ka ria yeah, I think it is that's that was exactly my experience both times. When the first time I spoke with somebody in person, that was their reaction, and that was their reaction. And this was somebody who never heard light languages before, nor never even heard of them, never knew really what they were. And so that's the first thing that happened. She just started tearing up and didn't understand what she was feeling. And that's exactly I think those were her words. That was so beautiful. I said, so, because she had asked me prior to that, well, how do you know what you're saying? And I said, well, I don't always. I said, but my heart knows. Yeah. And I said, and usually the person who's listening, their heart knows. And so so a little while later, I just, I asked her, I said, oh, I hear a blessing coming through. Would you like me to say it to you? And she said, yes. And she was completely and utterly surprised at her own reaction.
Yes. It's beautiful actually to receive that. And that's what you did for me, Wendy. So I'm paying it forward generously.
Yes, you are, as a matter of fact. And that's another thing I wanted to say to all of you out there, and to Tammy, and to Bright Celtic Moon, and all of you out there. I am seeing so many more people now getting out there on YouTube and social media and putting themselves out there and speaking light languages. I am actually kind of shocked at how many people now there are out there, because we're all activating each other. And now Tammy's been doing light language videos on hers, and Bright's been out there doing them, and I'm seeing all these other people now, and a lot of people have said that to me. Thank you for activating me, and for going out there, putting yourself out there on YouTube, so that it gave me permission and courage, and inspired me to do it also, and follow my own intuition. And it is scary, it is scary to do things you're not used to. And I had to laugh, thank you, because, even Tammy, she's like, you make it look so easy. And it's not, it isn't. And I mean, it's easy because when you're speaking from your heart, there isn't anything else. That's all, so that's why it's easy, because you're just speaking from your heart, in light languages. That's all it is it's the universal languages of love just flowing through you. And that could be any aspect of myself. It could be an aspect of a frequency that I wish to experience, such as another race of beings, angelics, a color, a planet. As you said, I want to speak to Venus. Let's tap into Venus.
Yeah, I'm really starting to play with that. Like in the last couple of days, I'm just really activated and opening all these treasure boxes, and with intention. So I go, okay, like I'd really like to experience the frequency of Venus, and it doesn't take long, and I feel it, and I'm like, now I want to speak it, and I just trust it. And it's not hard in the sense that I feel tuned into my personality, because there's no personality I'm tuning into. I'm really just at the bare essence in that moment. an unscripted moment of being myself in that moment. And I
That's a
believe
good way to put it.
it's so unscripted. And the hard part is later, the reflection is, I've got so much wisdom, I could have said so much more. But then I listen to the video, or I just have a moment and I go, you didn't need to say more. You were guided in that moment to just be in the now and offer what was in that moment for you to express. And for whatever reason, I have to trust. It was perfect, even if for 1 year. But I also, Wendy, you and I discussed that. You brought it up today. When we speak this, we're just sending that out. It doesn't even matter if anyone sees this. This energy, this frequency, this meeting, this collective is reaching the collective, and that's just expanding and growing, and everybody's in our playground. So we don't need to see them. That's what we're living on, right? We don't need to see it. Even it's happening.
Exactly. And the more we share this stuff with each other, and the more all of you guys out there, watching this, and the more you guys express yourselves or get together, if you don't have to be doing this out in public, is even doing it with yourself, speaking it. I liked how Jim put it the other day when he was channeling the Council of Wonders, and they said, it's like speaking a prayer that you don't know how to ask. It's like, show me what it is that I need to hear and see and experience in this moment. That's the most important and highest frequency experience I could have. What information do I need to hear? Even it doesn't have to be in my language, my brain English language. I want to hear it straight from source, because it filters through us like sand, like water through sand. It finds where it needs to go. It's just like any other healing. How do you explain how Reiki works? How do you explain how Galactic Reiki works? How do you explain any of that? It's energy. How do you explain how when somebody begins to understand energy and feel energy, even my hands right now are completely pulsing. Just pulsing. And so how do you explain, as a Reiki practitioner, can feel where there's energy stopping? Where is there energy that needs to be moved? Where is there physical and energetic pain within this person? What belief systems and thoughts are so buried in the DNA of this person that's also part of every single fractal of this consciousness being? Is we're experiencing all of that all the time. We don't always understand that, but we are. And light languages have a way of being able to penetrate all that, and to be able to actually send it out and ripple it back and receive and send information from source, from whatever it is and whomever, and whether it's a planet or a being or an energy, the essence of anything, really, it knows where it needs to go. It knows what healing needs to take place, and and inviting that in, and trusting that if I am inviting in the highest intention, and this goes for whether I'm giving it to myself, Gaia, the human collective consciousness, all that is, it doesn't matter how you apply it. The ripple effects of it are enormous. They even show me, and they can't even explain in my meditations how the ripple effect of and what it does to us, how it raises our vibration to such an extent that it's like we're sending out light waves of permission slips out to the universe as we're doing this, as we allow this. Sometimes we have stuff that we can't even figure out, like why I want to do this thing, and I'm not sure why I want to do this thing, and it's my highest excitement, but why can't I do this thing? I feel like there's something there blocking me. I feel like there's something I'm missing. Like, why, what? And so if we invite this information and invite the light languages in and say, okay, who out there, of all of the essences of experiences of this thing that I'm experiencing, who out there is out there to help us guide us, to navigate through this? speak with me now or through me now, or I am a divine channel and allow me to stand aside, however it is that you need to picture it to convey that information or receive or send out that information. It's just like everything else that we create. It's the intention that you attach to it. That is the magic. That's the white magic. That's the feather that we know that when you wave that divine wand of yours, and set it into motion, there's nothing that stops us except for the next belief that we put in the way that stops us from believing it's going to happen. That's all. So, Mihilo kuya, sono sabalihano korea posonal kia wa ona, soto sabalihana kalia tose, somo usha, somo kora, sate, linkia sase, somo siana kala korea sanoya, mohora shane kiliato, kayamana yasana. So, what's anybody else got to say on this measure? On this. Okay. Alicia, there she is. There she is.
I'm done with work now. I can.
Yay!
Okay, look what card came out. It's your colors, Wendy.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And there we are talking about the blue. And you know what? That's funny. Right before you did that, I pulled out this blue deck, the psychic.
Really?
Oh my God.
Blue is the color. And it talks about peace. I guess this is like a lake. I'm still learning about this, but this place is in New Zealand and the element is water and it's about stillness, peace, and mirroring, which we talked about. You talked about mirroring.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I thought
I'm digging that. Yeah. I'm digging that. Mia tota shamira kuna pala soto sebelara ki sono toso makiki anania soto somari inana kwa. Oops, these are mixed up. Ushamari kialan koriasa samana kinata. Soto shamari kiasa soporshana ki kimara sopalakina. Soto somariki. I seem to have pulled. It's funny because both of the cards, both of the decks that I was guided to, both are ones that have numbers on them. So I had to laugh about that. Nina Satosuniara Nikwara, and I love the all the energy like here too. These are the back of these, so lots of that that sacred geometry going on.
Yep.
Lots of sacred geometry.
I was looking at the chats and what's going on in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to say hi to everybody. Is that Zara? If I'm saying that right. Yep. Loving this energy out there, you guys. And Austin. Hey, you guys. I know I'm reading. I was reading the notes too. I love that. She's like, you guys are great at speaking. I'm not at all. I'm like the invisible elephant. Yep, we're unmasking ourselves. She's right, Zara. Just like talking earlier about, just I think that's what's happening right now is we really are all unmasking ourselves. And
I think so.
And it's not like I'm like against wearing makeup or anything like that, or it's not that it's that I like now it's still it's for me it always is and has been and always will be an expression of ourselves and just another artistic expression of ourselves, of accentuating just another aspect of our being. And I think it's all cool and stuff. But I was just thinking about how so many of us don't need to cling to that mask anymore. We feel comfortable being with each other now in our true spirit, our true selves, and yet still being comfortable, or being okay with, wanting to express ourselves in that way, in any way, shape, or form. I just feel free. That's all.
I agree. And like, I make and sell makeup. Like, that's my life. I have to teach people how to put it on. And yet when I'm at home. I don't wear it. Look at
Accelerated motion. Number 8, pyramids and the stars. Look at that, you guys.
That's
Well,
so
it's mountains, but it looks like pyramids to me. But
yeah, it still reminds me of that picture thing that.
And we were just talking about that. Accelerated motion.
Yeah. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say. I feel like we're all in accelerated motion, and that's why everything has been so what's the right word? Like piled on top of each other, and sometimes confusing, and we're dealing with so much at one time, and that's why we think so many extra days have gone by, because we're in different realms now. We're not in the right time that we're used to. So do you know what I mean? Like it's all speeding up, and we got to settle down and get used to the new us.
Well, it is the new normal. Isn't it every time we go and accelerate and experience something, it becomes our new normal. And then we actually have to take a little bit of time to integrate that new normal. I mean, and then you become okay with that new normal. I mean, seriously, you guys, I don't know about you, but 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would have never imagined I'd be doing this and talking like this. And I mean, in some ways, yes, like I've always known, but so what is that one now?
Okay, this goes exactly with what you're saying. I've never gotten this card before. It's like the Merkaba is in there.
Of course.
And also the abundance. And so it's okay, here, this is what it says. Abundance comes to you now. If you have been through a time of restricted circumstance, financially, socially, in terms of health, relationships, opportunities, friendships, then this oracle indicates the tide is turning and an upsurge of health, wealth, abundance, and more is coming to you now. After the experience of restriction, perhaps a prolonged period, you will very much enjoy the new and improved flow of energy support and your rewards. So with heart, because we were talking about heart chakras, right, earlier, and the many channels ready to receive the influx of abundance, your innate belief that you are worthy to receive, you attract the great support from the universe. Oh boy, it just goes on and on, but that's
awesome. See, so how perfect is that? And we just came off of, the Earth Day, which I wanted to mention too. And I've been so busy actually with 3D Earth stuff in my life this last couple of weeks, and actually even over the weekend, and the weather hadn't cooperated really. It rained a lot. I mean, like monsoon rain. And so I hadn't been able to get outside to do videos, and haven't been able to. And so for Earth Day, and yet I was given the message today to share with everybody that this particular Earth Day this year was different in that the energy of the number of people that were actually putting their energy toward the earth, and not just toward the earth, but in an energetic frequency manner that we never have before. That it was different this time. It was about really wanting to plant the seeds for this new earth, really wanting to really understanding, because there's so many more spiritual people. When I say spiritual or ascending people or awakened people, whatever you want to call ourselves, or label it, we're becoming more aware of our connection to Gaia and nature and colors and and all of that. And as we do that, this year's Earth Day, the energy that was put forth was different. It was a higher vibration. It was a more intentional type of global gathering, if you will, as far as a more pure wanting. We spend a lot of time, of course, every year about Earth Day and planting trees but this year they said to me it was different this year. We have a different connection with Gaia today, this time, than we have ever before. It was like that. And so, and funny, this is the earth magic. And all the animals, and everything, even these, even the messages that we receive through the cards. And here you got the tree of life, and and All of these are a language of light, you know, a language of source, a message from all of our guides for each of us today. Oh, you know, I don't believe this, you guys. I can't believe I shuffled and shuffled and I pulled this card again. The shaman. Wow. Ancient healing wisdom. So there we go. We were actually applying our ancient healing wisdom. And as we all know, the shaman does what? They speak to the spirit world and they bring the information down for the good of the community to help the good of the all. And isn't that what we're all doing right now in this gathering and with all of our work that we're all putting out there? We literally are, you guys, the shaman. We are speaking the languages of ancient healing wisdom. I mean, that's what I love about when we can pull these cards and actually hear messages that completely mirror, just as we were talking about, completely mirror what we're all talking about today. Does anybody else want to say anything or give a blessing? Or I'm enjoying the energy out there, and so I just felt like everybody out there who's watching.
We never did blessings, Wendy. We just kind of skipped that part.
You know, I feel like we've all been doing blessings. Okay, yes, there we go. So anybody who wants to do some galactic language, we were actually we were talking about star stories too, and telling our stories in languages too. So yeah, absolutely. I love mixing it up. So yeah, who else wants to say a galactic blessing or anything else?
Anyone?
Sukuya.
Enjoy your water, Wendy.
Did Omran unmute?
I believe so. That's why I was waiting.
Yeah, I was too.
It's all right. It's all right. Misata shiakatea. Motosia ocean coliamba sono teka umba shiara keleata sono kia kalise sono koyara kesha. Go for it, girl. Who's next? Oh,
Omran, yeah.
There's Omran. I hear him.
He says, "Can you guys hear me?" But we can't hear him.
No, we got a scratchy sound too. Maybe it's your headset.
Okay. He was speaking for himself, he said. He said in that case, that was...
Hear me now?
Oh, now I hear you. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, okay. It was my headset. I was speaking for myself. Okay, I'll try this time. Alakay mani luhu manaan, nihya na aya, iniyaha uana. Shenaihim yanahulaha anya elahum, maniyaha na alaim. Alahimiana iha nuaraha, nishilaha aina, shemmalahuana, simmarha an, nilahaim, minyaka au, uraka an hia, simmarhum, shanakai, iliaka an nishir, ruhumanaha. I don't know what that was, but something I do.
Beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful. I know. I love the way Omran speaks. He does. I've always loved the way he speaks.
That's gorgeous.
Thanks. I think it's some kind of angelic, maybe Anunnaki or angelic.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's either angelic, Anunnaki, or like Akkadian or Sumerian.
I was, yeah. Ikuwa somo ishana jia manakila hisa zumaniana ikuwa pojana hila kia na kila kokia. Yeah, I always feel, or I often feel, around Amran, that Elohim, angelic energy, Izomihana kola kopesin nikila kosobehana kala sonoko boyashana tela kaniana. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I love it.
Nice.
Thank you. It was really great to hear you speak again.
You're welcome. Thank you. That has been a long time.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm surprised it's been so long for you.
Yeah, I haven't been speaking anything really, but I think Stargazer is right. That is sound like Hebrew. I also feel a lot of the times of the Elohim and the angels of around Israel and those places when I speak it. So I think it has some kind of connections to that, to the beings who are connected to those timelines, and they're connected with Elohim for most.
And I would say that too, because you feel it, I felt it, and that's what we were talking about earlier, that when you feel that and you trust that, you know that that's what it is. And so I can feel that around you, as you were speaking it.
Yeah, I feel it too. I especially feel someone here right now. He's always like standing right next to me with one hand, like sending blessing all the time the place. So that is what I'm always seeing, have been seeing for a few days actually.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that experience. And these are the things that we like to talk about too in these gatherings, are about the things that we experience in our 3D world, like that. Like, I can feel this being next to me, and I feel that he's always sending, he, she, whatever, are sending blessings. I feel them when I'm having trouble and I'm asking for help. I can feel them here with me. These are the things that not everybody talks about. And it's even hard for me sometimes to talk about some of my experiences, because sometimes they're so difficult to articulate, but yet I know they happened. I can feel them. I can write down notes about it. But sometimes it's still difficult to share, or you're still not sure. Well, you are sure, but I think it's more of, I think we're not sure about how it's going to be received, or, did that really happen to me, kind of a thing.
I think there's a lot of steps involved to like actually speaking here on camera or on video. But now, because so many of us wonderful souls have done this, where we have gone out and spoken, it's a lot easier. Like even a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I was trying to find someone to like tell me what it was that I was speaking, or what was kind of going on, or it was hard. It was hard to find that, but now it's not so hard anymore, which is great.
Exactly. Did you want to say something, Bright? I wasn't sure if she could talk.
Multitasking, I'm so sorry. I had something,
no, that's okay.
Felt like it was coming through for Amran. Let me see if I can get back to it.
Oh, cool.
Miesta ka anana iero tuku. Uku hana kaista ki inata itei toko rate hingarata rate hikiarata. Niarati hista kuungarata riti hasta kaine ioro tuku ungarata rate kista. Kioro tuku hainge io stungarata ratira ratista ine imanana iteye ta kahura nada iestuku ungarata iteista kaine iongurata ka. Mingararira ta ite istoku na I eyo tukun karata kaisteke indorota kangarata ratika staine ikostuna naratatista. Piro tuka hanana isteya no kurataskarate inaka istekiana. I felt like kind of like a clearing, like a steadying, like everything is going to flow in the way it's supposed to with your languages. You just got to, like trust and almost like an activation. I'm not sure exactly what that was. It was like, it felt like a few things that you needed, like a few pieces.
Thanks. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I really felt like in the end, I felt like there was something what was done through it. I felt that.
Me too. I felt that it opened something in my crown chakra, feeling like singing. Akitia, Sarakata, Naraira, Urikita, Ekitiriki, Itirayara, Sakiri, Atarakirikira, Tarara, Okichikirikia, Tatiri, Oratara Siria, Afiri, Akirita, Atarasa, Anaraka, Okirikirikia, Taresiriria, Ereketirikia, Siria, Iraratiri.
Pirekusta naratina kashta naratari kunuyaratasta. Sorry,
Yes.
still multitasking.
That's beautiful, you guys. Thank you so much. Yokoyata. Mikasinia sotoshamia wa halaku sadatiri konia sorosonotea alese. Sonayalwa koye nayahi. Nuyala konayu nalahinu. Sikoya sanapa aina nata. Tokurasono sopo ale senata shewa or mora kasasana. Sorosono tokura puri hanakaleke. Tasina taluma losono toye. Lokoto koyasha no toye yomawo. Mokoreshino koasano tote landia. Lokero sono do shamala alonia. Alokuku yasana toshemiwa. Zobejanahe wala zuzoboko elazaniana. Etoko intia soto onko shishapa anda katkiana to ontopo andoko sara ona anana otoko. Zebojana zezuma inaiwa elokutere sono unto sarukundara shotaya sanishalikia nanado.
Where's Will? We haven't heard from Will in a long time.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, hey, where's Will?
I can share a funny story or.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like really fun to experience. I had a really vivid dream. It was a month ago. I have many, but this is one of them, and it has to do with languages. And I was on a planet much like Earth, and they were migrating, and their buildings was spaceships of its own, and people were migrating to another planet, but through a huge portal that they had made in their skies. So everyone went through it, and I was on one of the buildings, and these people were migrating to another planet, and on that planet when they arrived, I saw birds, and these birds were bird beings, avians on the planet, and they were speaking their own language. And it was so fast. I was like, whoa, that was really fast bird language. And they kept speaking and speaking and speaking. And from what I understood was that they was not prepared for this migration from these people, and they did not like it. They were not so much satisfied with it. But what was funny, I was just looking at them and just observing them, and they were speaking so fast and beautifully, and they had red colors, and that is the only thing I remember from it. But it was for the first time I heard an avian language through my dreams, a bird language, and it was, I can say, very fast. Just it sounded much like the bird languages as we have here, but just differently.
That is so cool. That's really cool.
Well, it's much cooler in the dream.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
Were they big beings?
Not really, not really. They were very small actually,
Oh,
but I
wow.
think that was the appearance I saw. But they were probably much bigger in reality. But that is how I saw them.
That's really neat. I'm very connected to the birds and the avian collective, as most people know who know me. And was it this morning? I think it was this morning. I opened the door, to let Ranger out, and right in front of me jumps this gorgeous bluebird. I think it was an indigo bunting or something. I mean, just the most brilliant blue, and just took my breath away, and because blue birds in nature, well, really blue in nature in general, it's not as common as other colors. And so you tend to really, when you see blue in nature, you tend to really hone in on, zone in on it. And it was just, I was able to like just follow this bluebird, from the trees, because they're not quite filled in yet, the trees. And so you could still see them. And it was just, I can't even describe, when I look at all the different birds, what it is that I feel, this connection. I don't understand it. I can't explain it. I remember walking in the woods and speaking, when I first started speaking languages, and I would walk in the woods, and the more I spoke, the more the birds would flock around me. And it would actually kind of freak me out a little bit. And then I started to really, not really freak me out, but it was like, and then it became fun. And then I really enjoyed it, because then it's like, you feel like, Mrs. Doolittle, I could talk to the animals, and look, I'm talking these languages, they're following me. And, and that's when it would start to, like, I would hear, they would say, hello, we are the Avian Collective, and we have come to, bring this information to you. And I'm like, and that's when, when you're first starting out, you're like, really? Did I really just hear that?
That's cool, yeah.
I think many of us are, don't you think, Amran, that a lot of us are connected to that bird? A lot of us, that even the Egypt thing, Thoth and the whole bird being, it seems so prominent in our,
Yeah, I believe I strongly believe so. And people are thinking, I think most people think that we are more reptilian and mammalian, but we are really also bird-like, because I think you're right that they seeded the consciousness of humans with their energies, the avian energies. And I think
maybe that's why, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we're so connected to birds. And isn't it interesting too that we're so closely associated with birds that we actually use them as such a metaphor for so many things in our life. The bluebird of happiness. When we see an eagle, we think about the ultimate, at least here, especially here in the United States, because that's our symbol of freedom, is the eagle. So we've got the eagle. And then recently we were talking about the swan and the white feathers, about the symbol for magic and white magic, and bringing this idea of, bringing the white light, manifestational energy, back to the planet, and using it for the good of the all. And how just all of the different types of the phoenix, that was the other thing I want to say, the phoenix rising. It's almost as if we use the birds, or the wings, or feathers. Here I've got this feather collection behind me. We use that as such a widespread metaphor for so many different things in our lives. Feathering our nest. How many, we talk about when we have abundance, and how when we gather things to make our home, our sacred space, we call it feathering our nest. It's so it's interesting how we've adopted, all of this type of avian type of behavioral and energy. And when you start to think about like how birds migrate together, how they think together, how they move together as a unit in some ways, yet I marveled every day. I have so many birds here. I marvel every day how I can hear this bird talking to another bird, like, who knows, it could be a mile away, yet I can hear them actually having a conversation. And I can literally, out of all the other birds I'm hearing at the same time, I can hear those two birds, So I think I really do. I think we're innately somehow, really connected to that energy. And we use it as our creative permission slip, for all of those ideas.
True. And I believe really that it is a portion of the human consciousness that you can awaken to, just like the reptilian energies within humanity, and then the feline energies, then there's the bird energies, and they're very magical. And Isis, the goddess, were transformed into a bird.
Yes, of course.
And
perfect example.
Magic, through sound, and the sound of the birds that she knew, the vibrations of it.
Of course.
So there is a lot of. And I think it pretty much also has a lot to do with magic and wisdom on Earth, just like the dragons are also have their magic energy. The birds have.
Interesting that you said that, because here, that was the first card we pulled, was about the wisdom, the ancient wisdom, and that's interesting too, that, I forgot about but I've always felt that connection with Isis because of, like you said, the beginning of sound, the beginning of language, the beginning of, and the transformation into the bird, and how we associate the goddess Isis, with all of that. So very interesting. Yeah. That you brought that.
And also Horus.
Horus, right. Exactly, Horus. And isn't it interesting too that the blue avian, collective, are, at least what we've been, led to understand, is that they've led such a huge part in humanity in the protection of the earth while we go through this process. They help bring, facilitate this information for us. And, if protecting us, if you will, creating a protective bubble around the earth, I'm hearing right now too, what am I hearing? Like, lots of different things. I guess it's kind of too much to get into right now, but as far as their job,
Yeah, it is. And I see the really high avians are very, very much angelic actually in nature. They have a lot of angelic energies, like Thoth and Isis, Horus. They're all angelics, and I think I read it somewhere. I think it was someone had wrote a channel about it, that the blue avians have a lot of seraphim energies, and seraphims are pretty much birds and dragons and phoenixes and all those beings. So
that actually connects some dots for me, because that makes a lot of sense, that the angelic energy that we've been in lately, especially Will and I, we were guided to do that at Arise All Angels class, and and then now introducing the reintroduction of I was receiving it, Will was receiving it, all of us, and Jim Charles, the white magic and the idea of the bird feather. And I just couldn't believe it, and we've been talking about all this, and then I couldn't believe it when Will does a video this weekend, and he sees the white swans, and I think he said he's never seen white swans in Rochester, New York, like ever. So pretty incredible, all of this angelic energy. I truly believe that all of us who are doing this, are responsible for bringing that higher dimensional, free angelic seraphic energy here to the planet. There's just no mistaking it. Everywhere you look, you can feel it. And everything you just said really helps connect those dots, for me and a lot of other people. So thank you, yeah, for sharing that. I appreciate that.
Sure, it is interesting.
And I know that Temple, I know that Alicia and I really resonate with that energy, and I'm sure probably most of us do here, that that Isis energy, that beginning of the original wisdom, the sacred geometry, the all of that, the number 3, like we were talking about earlier, the body, mind, spirit, the Merkaba, and how all of this, the songs that we are singing, these soul languages, these light languages. How much have we heard over and over again? Sing your own song. Everything seems to originate or vibrate around the idea of freedom and singing and being free like a bird. That when you can sing your own song, speak your own truth, you feel that highest possible freedom within yourself. And even how the pyramids and geometry and the hieroglyphs and all of that, how much all of that interplays with all of this, and how we're remembering, all of that with us. So yes, Ra too, manifested as a bird. And so that's another that's another thing. We were talking about earlier, the Ra energy, the one light, the law of one, and then Solar was here earlier. And I was talking about how when I first met him, how I immediately connected to that Ra energy, that, that sun energy, that, and I was actually feeling that energy of Isis and all of that, this ancient wisdom. So I find it fascinating when I meet all of you, how we get these impressions from each other and these, like, connecting the dots and, activations, It's getting a little dark. I should probably turn on the light here just a second.
Yeah, true.
When you talk about the birds, it reminds me of perspective too. And how the bird has the bird's eye view, right? And how we down here have a different perspective, but it's no different. Well, it is different, but it's no better or worse than one another, So it just kind of reminds me of, like, even though there may be a supposed hierarchy, we are all one.
Absolutely. I talk about that a lot, actually, in the higher perspective of the birds, and seeing things from, the eagle's perspective, because the eagle itself is, is like the head honcho, of the avian collective, here on Earth. And so we look to that idea of the higher perspective of a bird, and that they can see from such a long ways away, that they are associated, all of the birds are different colors, and how they're associated with different songs and different sounds and different colors, and how that affects us, and how birds, out of all the thousands of other birds that can be around them, that they can actually hear each other speaking, through all of the other cacophony and symphony, and it always reminds me how connected we all are. For some reason, the bird energy, and when I sit and listen to the birds, it reminds me of how, even now I can hear them outside because the sun's getting ready to set, so they get really active and busy at this time, and so they're very loud right now. So I don't know what it is, that why I feel so much more connected to all of the ideas and aspects of all that we are, and all that creation and cycles when I spend time with the birds. And each one is different, the eagle and the hummingbird, and
Yeah, they're pretty magical, all of them, actually. Really.
Indeed. Okay, somebody else talk now. As I said, we should, I know I wanted to speak, I wanted to make sure that we got a chance to everybody speak their little star story too, before we end our galactic gathering today. Mia soto shamia. So I guess well, I wanted to say, are you there, Will? Did you want to? I didn't know if you wanted to chime in here at all with our chat about, all of this about, I know this is a subject you like.
Chatting about what? Tukura no ya. There's a lot of you guys talked about. Arnanawa, Takatashi Shikoya Sasa.
Imatoriasa. Our avian friends and or anything at all. And since we're all here together, I want to take this opportunity. I'm kind of been glancing at the chat box here too, online. So I wanted to thank everybody who's been interacting. And I love that Zara says she's got 2 beautiful blue parakeets. I love it. Pixel and Sunshine. I love that, Pixel and Sunshine. I absolutely love that a lot. Oh, and what a synchronicity, because my mom calls me Sunshine. Oh, isn't that sweet? Yeah, go ahead.
My name, my name in the orphanage was Sunshine.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sink. Wow.
Sink.
That's crazy. See what I mean? And now see, if I wouldn't have mentioned it, you know what I mean? We wouldn't have had that little synchronicity. So, oh, that's funny. Well, I suppose we all can be once in a while there, Zara. She said I'll say he can be, let's just say Sunshine can be a little independent and
independent. I like it.
I'll let y'all read the chat later.
Oh wait, so Omeron says that because we were talking about the raw stuff, and then I said the raw material in the Law of One has come up a lot lately. Like even people messaging me and they're like, "Can you tell me about this? Because this is everywhere." And he just said that the name Ra itself is a gate and a key to magic and secrets. But I think we're in the keyhole somewhere.
Well, that's interesting, because I really think that one of the reasons that we were guided, me and Jim and Wolfe, first of all, and then, this whole idea of magic, because I've always believed I was magic. Absolutely, positively, from the moment I can remember, I have always believed I was capable of magic, that I just have always completely believed it. And it wasn't until we're taught to unbelieve it, and that's what happens to all of us, right? So, but interesting that he said that, because I really feel like that's why we have been guided, all of us, to together. And I like it was kind of funny that Amran actually came in, because when he and I first met, I could feel his magical energy. And when I say magic, like I could feel his connections immediately to like the jinn, the Jenna, that Merlin, that magic, that idea of really bringing back that art of the wisdom of magic, but to bring it back in its purest state. And so it's interesting that he's here tonight, because we actually haven't had a chance to interact in a really long time. And so I found it very interesting that he just said that, because I feel like that's part of what we're doing with this white magic class, is that we have been literally guided to, bring that back in, to reignite that light within us. And that's part of what we're all doing here, and with all of this. And that's why we were guided to do this class. And that, like, it's like, we know there's information that wants to come through, even though we're not even sure what that information necessarily is. And we want it to come through, even though so it's interesting how we've been really pulled, to bring forth whatever it is that we're bringing forth. It's just like everybody else. You're just guided to do something, but you're not entirely sure why,
You
guys had trouble. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In time. No, I was just gonna say that's true. Yeah, and that Merlin energy, Merlin magic, we just refer to it as Merlin magic, but it really exists today. It's Merlin also had that magic, but many others before him and also had that magic, and they all worked on that magic. And I think it has a lot to do with Thoth and also his family, his the Thoth's soul family, as for magic, and that energy is still here, and not many are really using it. And as you said, Wendy, yeah, we a lot of us have it, and we are living it, but still we have forgotten how to really awaken it. But that's a long story. And
exactly.
yeah,
I completely
but yeah,
agree.
yeah.
And I'm looking at Paula. I'm looking at her
Yeah,
picture there. She's got
I
that
was going to
white
say
angel.
that this is the new crystal that I had made with a friend, and it's white magic. It's with
Wow.
Merlin and with all the white wishes from all the timelines and everything. And we just made that, and this energy and anchoring on the air right now. But it's just very new. 1 week or 2 weeks we had made it.
Wow, what a synchronicity, Paula.
Yeah, that's right. And
Beautiful.
Oh
yeah, we
my
made this
goodness.
one, and we make the unicorns, and we make as well the Pegasus, and this one as well with the. This is for like a woman to heal everything regarding the wound.
Mm-hmm.
So we make just couple of things, but this one was very into it because after we went to Glastonbury, we had some experience in there in the Thor tower. So we make one crystal.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is very, as you say, this synchronic.
Very, very synchronistic. Thank you very much for sharing that, because that just completely validates and confirms what I was receiving and hearing, and why we're all being brought together to reignite this within ourselves, and to share that reignition with the world, to show us that we really do have the power to create a magical earth here if that is our truest desire. And those of us that it is desire, we are all going to move in that same frequency, just like a flock of birds migrate together, just like fish move together. They're individual, having an individual experience, but they move with the good of the collective. That's what the shaman does.
Yes, and that's very funny, because when we call these energies to connect to the crystal, sometimes these energies are not even in the air, so they're very painful in the body to when they came in. So when I start working with this crystal, I felt pain in many places, because what it does as well is that it clears all the black magic that we had been suffering from karma, past lives, and all the stuff.
Yes, that's absolutely so perfectly synchronistic, just for everything that we've been talking about today. And so I don't want to go too much longer here, guys. It's getting a little long. So I just wanted to give everybody the opportunity right now, and all of you that are watching and will watch, and all of you that are out in the chat. I want to take this opportunity, since we're here together doing these languages, to set an intention of whatever. I'm trying to think of a way, a kind of a broad way to put it, but perhaps setting an intention to send out whatever, the intention of sending it out, whatever it is that anybody needs in this now, for them, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that what questions you have in the deepest place of your heart, what is it you want to connect to? What is it that you want to move through? What do you want to complete? What do you want to begin? What do you want to identify that may be something that's an obstacle in your path? And I kind of wanted to just sort of set this intention that since we're all together with these light languages, and each of us offer our own little star story, our own little blessing of, you know, this type of intention that no matter who is here and whatever now, that whatever you need, this is what I want to send you, and I'm representing, you know, your guides, that kind of thing, with that sort of an idea and energy, and with that intention. And so I thought I would invite everybody to do that. And I also wanted to just take a moment to say thank you, and I appreciate everyone being here and lending all of their languages and their energy. And so, with that said, I think I will here. Hang on, I'm gonna mute just for a second. I have to laugh because Alicia said she put in the side chat there that she pulled a fish card, so that was kind of funny. So that was kind of interesting that we were just talking about. Yeah. Show us. Oh, is that like a whale tail? Oh my God.
Yes, and it's got the colors, and then
look at that.
And it's it says, I birth new concepts and ideas easily. I am full of fullness in every part of my life. Grace permeates my being.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Yeah.
See, this is what I mean. You just can't make it up, you know. This really is our sacred journey together. Oh, you're not going to believe this, you guys. See? Okay, here you go. Here you go, Beth. I flipped over this card. This is the sacred journey. View from above. Get the big picture.
I felt the whale energy, the Pegasus energy, the unicorn energy, everything you guys are talking about. There's so many synchronicities in this whole thing.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like for the past couple of weeks, like I could have chimed in like every few seconds if, you know, but I didn't want to like interrupt everybody. So it's just this is really cool.
That is so, you just got done talking about how the bird represents to you the view from above, the higher picture, get the big picture, and even look at the buildings. That even reminds me of the Amron energy. I'm feeling that, you know, just looking at the picture, and I'm like, okay.
Hot air balloons have been a thing too lately. What is that about?
I know.
A what?
You too?
These hot air balloons lately, we've been, for summer, she said they've been a hot thing lately.
Hot air balloons.
And I have too. In the news, I've been seeing hot air balloons. I've been talking to, you know, they've just been in my awareness, you know, hot air balloons. So, you know, and it's kind of funny because a hot air balloon, you really can't steer it.
Right. No, you just got to flow with it. Let it take you out.
I mean, you really, that's one of the reasons why I have never been in a hot air balloon.
Right?
Because you can't steer them.
Maybe we all need to go on a hot air balloon ride.
Wendy, I looked up.
Maybe we all need to learn some letting go.
I looked up the symbolism of hot air balloon. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
It says the hot air balloon symbolism is dreaming of a ride in a hot air balloon is a symbol of freedom and excitement. As all the transportation dreams, this indicates something about your experience of working towards your goals and traveling on your personal journey.
See, there you go, guys. That, you know, and isn't that we're all, you know, on our personal journey here, you know. That's great. I just love it. View from above. Talking about the bird energy, the avian energy. Get the big picture. Don't get bogged down with details. Let go of petty concerns. Get the big picture. Imagine that you're seeing life from above. Only do what is truly important. Everything else is inconsequential. Go through each area of your life to look and see what the big picture is. Make major life decisions based on this strategy. So, and that's only part of it, but, you know, that really, there you go. And we're all told to move, to begin to make our decisions from this place of integrity, this place of what's best for my body, what's best for my mind, what's best for my spirit, this place where I'm in integrity, where I feel connected to all of that, where I make my decisions from that place of that higher perspective, because a higher perspective is nothing more than seeing your world from a multidimensional perspective. And I hear the dove out here too. It's so pretty. I love hearing the dove. It's just, there's something about that now I'm feeling that dove of peace. And so let's just leave it at that. Let's just, okay, just whoever needs peace in any way that you need peace, let's put that out there to everybody today to help us all on our sacred journey, to just bring you whatever peace that it is that you're looking for, that I'm looking for, that the world is looking for. I think that's a great intention to end our star story blessings tonight. So, actually, let's see. How about if we start with, I'll start from my left to right, and then we'll have Will and Alicia and I kind of go after everybody else who wants to go. So I'll start with Bright. Beth, if you'd like to give us a blessing kind of with that idea, that, or any intention you desire.
Star said he is not going to do a blessing.
That's just fine. That's okay. We got your energy.
Okie dokie, here we go. Aite I kuhungara tartita stina naite ito kuhuratita isteki ananiarata tataiste. Kurtitiana naniarata kaite niniana naite ti oroto kurtia te kaiste kiana naite ti ki oroto kuhunga bara tarati ara kaina kiasta. Ei nanaite iti yoturata angaratista ine yotokurata taine hiana mai yotokurata nana ie kianana. Ieste ingarata miaratasta ingaratosta inge ista kaine imorotoko hora kaite istoko onna kaite ki ingorotuku hustiki hinana naite yotoko huratata. Miertoku haine hiarakas kartastienana irotoku huriti daite stuno turtakaista kaine niartakaite tostuku horatana diarakaste. Meyatakaine ingorotuku angaratista aite ingarata amanana ieya toku huratarata inge itokungarata kamana isto rotuku hungaratista. Eyanaka aite yo hurata hainge ingarate histuku hungaratarte kia istano kurata manana iesto kura. Buratama iastana kunanai ko amana kiesta ko una. Namaste.
That was absolutely beautiful. Oh,
It's 6:36 and my battery's 70%.
And I could just hear the dove outside is just cooing and cooing. It's just so wonderful. The whole time you were speaking, it was like, oh my God.
I saw this whole story of how we came down from the stars, and like, it's okay to feel, crappy about it sometimes, but, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful mess sometimes, but,
I like that.
I can't even, like, the whole freaking visuals, you know how it goes. It's like split, rapid, nanosecond burst, and you have like a whole hour's worth of explanation in 2 seconds. It's so crazy.
I surely do. I have said that many times, that even just a moment of light language, sometimes it would take me volumes to write down what I just experienced, so
oh, yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
And the layers, it's the layers.
So it is, isn't it so multi-vibrational that it really does penetrate the layers of our beingness, of our actual light body. And that's why they call it light languages and light codes,
Right.
and light activations, because we really are activating these places, these synapses, these electromagnetics, these, our cells are all little, electromagnetics, just waking up. And so I love
Sacred
that.
circuitry.
It's exactly sacred circuitry. Yeah. Look at just like your avatar there. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me share.
Ron, would you like to share anything?
He said he was eating, so he's not going to be able to share one.
Okay, that's okay. Sorry, I'm drinking my water. Sorry about that, guys. Paula, would you like to offer a blessing?
Definitely. Ikiri tiri ri ri ara tiri ara tata tiri kiti ri ara siri ri uri kiti aya tata kiti asara karakati kiti ruri ri ara datara usirki o kiti aya tara kasakati kiti a uriki atiri ri uri ri asiri ara kata Ekitia tata o dakatiri akatiti airikititi arara. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.
I'm very excited by the synchronicity that we got to talk today, and that I just happened to be doing this event today, which we weren't even sure was going to happen for sure. So I'm so glad that you were able to join me today, and that I was guided to send you the link, because I wasn't sure, being so late, that you would be able to stay and attend. So I'm very thrilled that we were able to have this meeting today. And yes, I will be seeing you real soon. So thank you very much for that beautiful blessing. And all your sharing tonight, and that beautiful, that was just a gorgeous crystal, and that synchronicity of bringing back all of the aspects of white magic. So I really appreciate that very much. And I look forward to interacting with you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I know Stargazer doesn't want to. Tammy, would you like to offer us a blessing as well?
Yes, everybody's stirred very deeply and a lot of emotion within me. So I'd like to say thank you. I am feeling so incredibly blessed that we can come together and share so much in such a short time and understand more deeply than I've experienced in this lifetime with many people I've shared my lifetime with. So thank you. So I'm not sure how. Okay, I'm just going to be with it. All right. Mishina kashe purakoni kisa patala no ko kore pakila kashe salena koshe motole na kisa nana koshe matala na kashe pati nina kashe tutakore makashe satatara na koshe satatila na kashe holy na kala na koshe holy na koshe holy 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 shana koshe mati Tilenini kashe satatakale koshemati nana kashe sana koshepato. Tilenakishi sititina kashe mokashe matilena kamo koshepatale nakoshe. Sititirana koshe mokoshe patilena kashe sinini kalena koshe. Harene kashe nono koshe patilena kashe Koremeshe tatkila na kashe tut koremo ko shedikitila kashe tut koremo katibeki karakashe tut koremo koshe tatiki tirinikishi tatkila na kashe tut na koshe turanikishi patila na kashe setut na koshe hanen kashe setiti la kashe tut na koshe batala na kashe patila na kashe sititi na kashe setutakara na koshe patila na kashe polniki Kikikira kashe sututore makoshe sitikila kashe pototore nikashipti. Harene kashe tatara kashe potore nikashititira kashe sututore nikashipto. Tititita la kashe son nikashe sitikila kashe satataha. Tatataha nakashe mototone makashe tipiti. Titita nakashe pototana kashe satatara. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. That was so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I felt like I was trying to help you anchor that because that was so powerful, like a healing, very powerful.
Yes. Isn't it lovely? I mean,
you never cease to amaze me, lady.
thank you. You all amaze me in huge ways. And Wendy, this is what I mean by making it look easy, is that you find words to express these experiences that at times I'm just having, for which I can't find words. So I just love how you always provide so much in your words that bring insight. Like you said, the sands of time just move through me, and perhaps for others, because I don't feel that was just for me. There's an expression that needed to be heard, and I believe that voice really wanted to say thank you because it's been locked away and needed to be heard. So thank you for allowing me in that expression through time to have its imprint on our now time. It's very, very important to us at this moment. So thank you.
Thank you. And those words I mirror back to you because, nobody really speaks of their experiences to me privately as eloquently as you do. And I only wish that sometimes I could express myself in such a way and so gracefully as you do. And if you're able to find the words sometimes that I can't find. So isn't it interesting how we can mirror that in each other? And I find that fascinating, that you feel that way, because that's actually how I feel. And, about you, and that whole expression I could feel was just so, it was as if you were just wanting to say to every particle of you and every particle of everybody that, wherever it is that you need peace, we're here for you. This is where you find it. Within this place inside of you, within these people, these gatherings, so it was a very, as these all are, very multi-layered, profound messages. And I often find myself hesitating to try to translate people's messages, because sometimes even my words just feel like they can't, that they'll pale in comparison to what the message actually was. And as much as I hear and I feel the messages, sometimes I don't want to try to translate them, because I'm always, I just feel like I'm just going to lose something in translation, literally.
And I'm just having a moment of visual. I'm kind of experiencing a little bit like a mother giving birth, and the joys and the experiences and the expression of allowing that child to grow and evolve into their own. And then the evolution of time and the transitioning of lives from one rebirth to another, and the letting go. So it was it was very multifaceted how I received it, but I did feel as though there was mother, very Christed, almost Christed Mother Mary, but feminine and love.
Very.
And
maybe. Did you want to say something, Paula?
Yes, Tammy, I was going to share something with you, because when you start speaking, I felt that a wound had opened on my chest. And then when you keep going with the transmission, I felt how this wound, it gets healed.
Yes.
So it's like it opened up and healed up. So it was very, very beautiful and very in the heart.
Yes, that's a beautiful, simplified way of putting it. Yes, it did feel as though it had that that birthing and rebirthing cycle of a healing of a wound, and then a promise that of a resurrect, that the wound is complete, that the wounding. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to be quiet.
Very just beautiful. I was just going to say, I don't know who cries more sometimes, me or Tammy, when it comes to these languages and stuff. And it's just like,
yeah,
it's so powerfully emotional. And thank you. I just thank you.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. And Omar, a special shout out to you to say thank you. You, I believe you kind of inspired a little of that, because you did activate something in me, and Bright, you as well, when you spoke back. So thank you for that expression from both of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All of you. Yeah.
I love how we all mirror this for each other. It's just, I love it.
Beyond gorgeousness. Totally beyond English.
I was just breathing in all the loveliness. I really was. I was breathing in the loveliness. Hey, Will, did you want to give us a little star story blessing of your own for whatever peaceful message you have?
Of course. Hutano no watare shisha hokoha no ai. Na hasaka ana hoshishayati kawana oshisha. Hiko awana haska wachicha. Nora tatita kasa shisha hoko hona hoaha. Ikia na to chisho shohua wa nia tatarju. Saikna na wahia chachikuana. Hihana no hukata sesha. Na ana haska shishi. Hona awana ni chacha uko hona hoa. So hoko o chachiana. Taana o kohohusha. Yaya ka awana ni hisa. Cha ayukototora na atata neshihu. Hoko awana asaka ia chachana no ukohuko. So ukunono no chichi no ura tawana takashishu no wisa. Saiki no ura chachana no huwa nanihi. Aika hawana ha tatina na odorasha. Sihia ta o kohoa sasana washi. Tona na usha wakana ta yachana no atariata sanahutado. Uta shishiwaka wanawi siki. Tona na chiatatare. Haiki hiana huta. Saya cha anana ukashashini we hachuona hu. Takai chichikana no huashisha. Ahia tahana atatakata hu sawata. Ni chacha yako u. Na hosoho kono no hoshishuisha. Ni hita dana no tatakita tawana hoshishi. Ya yakawana na atakawa tahashishu na waya. Na yeta no takicha no hososoko na wa. Na hiya kahoshasha. Ni sasayaka na no hososoko na no yeta tukono washa. Ni kono hoshishiko na niwaya.
Can I do a
Go ahead.
Can you do a what?
I was going to say, can I do a slow clap on that one? Because that was awesome. Oh my God. Standing ovation.
Oh, that was, yeah. No, I'm still feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I got some visions of it. Not necessarily a full story, but I can tap into a full story, but not, you all got the vibration. I get that. It's about our love for our sister Gaia. It's about how, yes, she's our mother, but in heaven, she's our sister. And when she decided to incarnate here, and we decided to incarnate here and follow and co-create and be here, and and just tapping into the love that we have for each other and her in the realm of heaven, in the realm of no ego. And then that is one of the reasons why we chose to incarnate. And remembering that ability to tap into that kind of love for her and one another is accessible anytime we choose, in any now. I need to kino utatahwar shishayaka. Hikana atatatasi acha anohoso ko onawi shishanawi. Yaya ka anana arya tata urshishko onano shishko urshaya. Siya kana ursasaka shishikawi sasona nawaya chachichana hosoko uchishui. Saya kanawaya sako onaho soko tatarshuya sasa. And many of the star seeds that have been here for a long time, who have come here to be guardians of Gaia, to Okananawari ta Arishishikoya Sasa, and the strength and the insight and the wisdom that they have handed down from generation to generation, to Kiwikaskoshana with the Shisha, that is embedded in our DNA, to Kotanawata Shikowisana Shivya. That wisdom, that love is everywhere. Takina Nawara Shishui Sosona Nawayasha. And every plant we consume, Chikana Nawasukadoshawisha. And every drop of water we drink, Nahoskanana Washishuisasa. And every smell that we smell, every song that our avian friends sing, Ta'awishishawa Nahuaskawashawisasa. For we all have incarnated here out of that love to So my ego wants to apologize. I didn't mean to get on the soapbox there.
Oh, not at all. It was no, you're saying what you're hearing, and you got to share what this is part of what all this is about. That's the story of what you heard, and that's really important.
Yeah, I'm going to cry now. Namaste, my friends.
Yes, namaste, my friend. Yeah, onia ko aintia satosa mekiwa. Inoya sanotarishna kieta.
The infinite gratitude, Will. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that and all the feelings as well, all these emotions. Thank you.
It just really coincides with all the wonderful blessings you did this weekend for Gaia and Earth Day and the expressions, of all of that. And what I was hearing today before we had this gathering, as I was meditating about how this Earth Day was so different than every other, and that we, you, me, all of us are responsible for that. It was just yes. Thank you for sharing that beautiful message. That's what this is all about, you guys. We're really, our heart chakras, we're opening up our heart chakras so that we can truly speak what's in there that we've always been afraid to let out before. And that's why I'm guided to do these gatherings more than anything else. I mean, you can call it healing, peace, meditation, light code activations, whatever you want to call it, but it's activating our own inner love. And that really is the core of it all. So absolutely. I've said this many times. I've cried more just since doing all of this and meeting all of you guys in the last probably 5 years than I have literally my entire lifetime. So and I'm proud to say that, because I never was like that before. I wasn't emotional. I wasn't allowed to be emotional. I didn't like to be touched. I didn't like to be hugged. I didn't not so because I never was. And so all of this has been huge for me on a physical, spiritual, core, essence, vibration for me, experience. So yeah, Torisha. Alicia.
Is Omran done eating? Did he want to give
I didn't know if did you want to, are you done eating, Omran? Did you want to say anything before we close up? I don't want to bug him if he's still eating.
I will say blessings to everyone.
Excellent.
There we go.
There you go. Enjoy your nourishment. Your blessings, the blessings from Gaia, the gifts from Gaia.
Yes, exactly. Blessings to everyone. May abundance come to everyone. May balance, harmony come to everyone on all levels of your being.
That's what else could we all ask for?
What else could we ask for, everyone? I gave you
and it is done. And so it is.
And so it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, girly. Go ahead, Alice. I almost said Alice.
Alice. That's okay. Alice is good. I'll take Alice.
I like that.
Daka hayato ni ashoto piana diakata, tulu ukupu piana tahala, kikiana tata, koko no diaka, natiata lo ukupo diashanana. No, nani ana aka, nada, odo diaka yata, to diaka nadiata. Kalea toto aya, no niata katataya, no diala hayana, ma ishini apoyalata. Ni amakiana no tayanaka, kaliatotoyanaka nayasha, na hiatata, ma iogodo, payatoyale anasha, namiananiataka, tititianata, kototo no yatana, ayana, mooshotoyana, iki kakayoto biala hashana. Ashataki kononoyana ayo o konosho po oliata naka ayato konayata onoko o po olishinata nananayata a konohoto omianana mi ishitianaha koko no tia kakayanata nananana ma io no shononianana ko otiana hashiana no nayana ayanana no ayakota yalahana shana moyanana yao no kopo no honiana shikianana boyanana kiana ayoko oliashana iata tishishianana kiapo tiana hana molayana niaka kayasho no nobia ikia nana namia nomia namaste.
Boy, that was also a lot of layers. I was, even trying to translate it, I was just feeling the expression of all of just the timelines, the layers, I'm just feeling this this complete expression of like how we're all connecting the dots with each other. We're connecting with all of the brothers and sisters of our soul. We're and the planet and how there's just so much to try to. It is very difficult to really translate that any of this really into.
As I was going, I tried to like if I say something and then I stop and speak it in English and then I keep going, a lot of times that works for me to like for translations. But like once I start and then I can't, if I don't stop for that English translation, then it gets lost.
Yep.
And then it's just that feeling of like your body heating up. And
Yes. And it's too much. It's just too, it's like, it's almost like too much information. And it's like our brains are little, it's almost like it starts to like fry, just trying to explain what you just heard, you know, or what you just saw.
Right.
And,
I felt
so
it. Like I felt all the layers of not only just Gaia, but like all the layers of everything.
Yes, like that. Like I could feel the reincarnations and the planets and the beings, all of it.
And then even down to like as massive as everything is in separate layers, but even down to each individual person and their own layers and their own cells and their own. So just on a massive scope.
And that's actually really what I was going for. And I think what we were all talking about is all of this is about how many layers and how the depth of which this information and these languages flow through us, that we literally are visualizing and feeling all of the different layers, the realms, the frequencies, all of the information that's coming from the Akashic records from every single person. You know, it's just too big to try to describe. It was interesting too, because I was guided to the last deck is the native spirit deck, and it's got the eagle on there, and you know you can see the sun, and so we've got all of that, you know, and the rainbow and the clouds and the inner sun and the blue and all of that. And what the card that I pulled was Medicine Woman and Medicine Man.
I mean, we're all.
I mean, exactly. And that's exactly the message I got. Yeah. We are here on Gaia. We are all shaman. I mean, I pulled the shaman, you know, the shaman card earlier. So there we are, you know, here we are all healers. We are all shaman. We are all medicine women. We are all medicine men. We are here to help each other.
Oh, and you said that you were feeling connected to the whole Ra thing. There's sun.
Yeah. And I'm looking at that too. We got the sun, and and as you're talking, I'm looking at the similarity between your avatar and the picture.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So very
shadow and everything.
I know. That's what I mean. The guy, the silhouette, the holding the, you know, the medicine staff, you know, I mean, the feathers. Here we're talking about feathers, you guys, birds. Every single indigenous tribe
in the avatar picture, because she's got her arms back like a bird.
Yes, that too. See, so isn't that interesting too, that you've got, you know, the sun, the raw energy, the law of one. We're all medicine women or all medicine men, and every culture uses feathers, especially the Native Americans use feathers as a symbol of sovereignty, of where you are placed in the, you know, in the hierarchy of the tribe. What feathers you have, what kind of feathers, what size are they? Are they eagle feathers? And in some of them only, you know, only the great chiefs were even allowed to even possess an eagle feather or you know, to adorn it. So there we are, you know, what a perfect way to solidify this avian energy, the feathers, the white magic, Gaia. We are here to give birth to this new earth, and this is exactly what's happening. And we're
to add to the feathers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So I just looked up feather symbolism, and there's this quote by Emily Dickinson, and it says, "Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words that never stops at all." And then it says, "The symbolism of feathers deals with ascension and spiritual evolution to higher planes. Feathers are worn by Native American chiefs to symbolize their communication with spirit and to express their celestial wisdom. The Egyptians believed that feathers were symbolic of the sky gods."
Oh my, see?
Mic drop.
Well, you know, guys, you just can't make this crap up.
I think you should copyright that phrase or something like that. You know how like
you just can't make this shit up. I don't know who has said it more, me or Will.
Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
okay,
and then
guys.
Omran
Yes.
said like that Mott has a feather on her head.
Oh, yeah, that too.
The feather of truth. And I work with Mott a lot. She's
Yes. There you go. The feather of truth. Oh my God. She was the goddess of the law and order.
and the lightness.
Oh yes. Lightness of the heart. So isn't that perfect for today, you guys? This is it. The peace, the lightness of the heart, knowing our sovereignty, knowing our magic within us, that we're all medicine women and men, we're all shaman. We all can speak to absolutely everything. It is an absolute monsoon outside right now. It is pouring rain right now. We have had days and days and days of rain with just barely a time in between to get outside. So it's pouring again, but I'm just feeling this amazing just energy through this rain and just this idea of growth and seeds and planting the seeds for this, you know, this new magic that we're all a part of. I'm just gonna have a little swig of water here just real quick. Right. Thank you all, dear souls, for gathering here in this way, in this now. As all of us are accompanied by each and every one of our guides, and each and every one of our guides are each other's guides, for they are all present. We are all feeling their energy. We are all feeling their peace, their love, their support, their guidance. For they are all channeling their love, their energy through each and every one of you, each and every one of us, each and every one that is present in the celestial realms, Gaia, all the kingdoms therein and thereof. Nyokwe and Basanaya. Sodosimiato Samaliando Cambodia Shinarokoleana. Simi Sada Sambodia Shanor Giara Sonai Kiara Boshane Sewa Sonoria. And you are thanked for stepping up and asking for this deep understanding of what healing means, to penetrate the very beings, the fractals that you are, in all the nows of everywhere and every when of all that you are, and all their guides. For remember, it is your consciousness that has created each and every one of these fractals, including the one that you're focused on in this now. And each of one of those have an infinite number of guides that are also your guides, for you created them, and therefore they're here to support you as well. So we invite you now to embrace this idea. For once you could not imagine this idea of the infinite, yet now you are beginning to understand that if you as a consciousness are able to create an infinite number of fractals, then they are your creations, your children, your family. And just as your ancestors here on earth, you feel them, you hear them, you feel their guidance. Imagine now feeling the guidance of every one of the infinite number of guides, spirits, physical and non-physical beings that are supporting each and every one of those fractals that you created. Now imagine the ripples from each and every one of them, from and to each and every one of them, and feel your own idea of yourselves expanding in this idea, in this remembering. And as the rain pours, we're reminded that we are a continuous cycle of earth, air, fire, water, ether, that each and every one of those beings, guides, are breathing with you, pouring onto you now, filling the earth with their energy. For you are the drop, you are the ocean, you are the bird, you are the flock. Yoro Samayaro Samaya, you are the breath of source, the songs of all songs. Nohare Samatiora, the lullabies of the mother and the father. Yoro Simekoreyasana, you are the songs of creation. Samayasono Yawarehawa Koryanta Kilekoya, Tisinatu Amia Sate. Uyana Kuya Hanayahi. Onaya haleti nuya inaya hinu eahae nirahe tinayu kinati sequoia nadasasha misonote. Shiawo ina satashia. Neonia, we share your heart, we share your breath. Neoniaka. Miatoya. We share your light, for we are your light and you are ours. Neakoya. Shiamakuya. Namaste. Neakoya Shamahala. And we are one with you in this now, in every way. Neato. Thank you all for being here with me in this way, in this now. And I'm Wendy with Languages of Lights. And I'd like to thank all of you for being here. Alicia, Temple Beautiful, Will, Reiki with Will. And for any of you that would like to more explore this magic within you, this awakening of the white magic, myself, me, Will, and Jim Charles are going to be bringing forth whatever it is that we are guided this 29th to bring this idea of magic back into our awareness and remember who we are. So I've been posting the information. I will post the links below. Miyatosha for the class, ESO for all of you who are guided to join us. And help us all restore the magic within ourselves in the purest and highest divine light and energy as we share this across Gaia in support with all that is and all of our hybrid families and all the planets and all the realms, our angels. I thank you all for being with me. Oshanakuria, Sonotera, Iwa, Asina. Somoshanakiwa, saying thank you. Towa, Mahala, Namaste.